Welcome to the Endurance Nutrition Show. I'm Emily and I'm here with Elise. And today we're going to do our energy gel bracket, where we compare 8 different gels to figure out which one is our overall favorite.
We chose 8 different brands of gels based on what they carried at our local running store called Runner's Corner in Orem, Utah. We basically chose a variety of the most popular gels plus some alternative whole foods options, just so there is a variety of what people are familiar with and just some cool gels that we really like that are whole foods based.
We just wanted to share with you some of our favorite gels and why we like them.
Yeah. So Emily used to work at Runner's Corner, and she has a degree in nutritional biochemistry. So she has a lot of knowledge of just the inner workings of how all the different gels worked. Plus, she is very familiar with them from just being a specialist on that from when she worked there as well. So she's going to give us a little nutrition lesson.
Carbohydrates are your body's main source of fuel every day, but especially during endurance exercise. And the whole purpose of a gel or any sort of fuel when you're exercising is to get your body those carbohydrates. There are many different types of carbohydrates. There's glucose, fructose, maltodextrin, even maltose. Those are all forms of carbohydrates that your body can utilize. Most gels are going to have several different sources of carbohydrates. So you may have heard of maltodextrin before. Maltodextrin is a man-made polysaccharide, meaning it's a long-chain carbohydrate that your body can utilize really well, as long as you're not sensitive to it. So some people are sensitive to maltodextrin, so they'll sometimes get that gut bomb feeling because it's hard for their body to digest. It's not a type of carbohydrate that you find in like everyday foods. So sometimes people will have sensitivities to it. So when you look at a gel and you're looking at the ingredients, you'll want to look and see what is the source of carbohydrates. Is it maltodextrin? Is it glucose? In the case of a lot of the whole foods gels that we try, is it just a whole food like rice or fruit or molasses or maple syrup or honey or something like that? So all those are really good sources of carbohydrates. If you are sensitive to maltodextrin, it's a good idea to go with one of those more naturally occurring whole foods type carbohydrates. There are benefits to using multiple types of carbohydrates. So for example, if a gel has maltodextrin as the first ingredient and glucose as the second ingredient, this is the case with a lot of gels. The reason why the developers of these gels do that is because they know the science of how your body can absorb carbohydrates. You have specialized ports in your small intestine where these carbohydrates are absorbed. And if one port, like say for example, a glucose port is being saturated, then your body can absorb fructose. And this basically allows you to absorb as many carbohydrates as possible. Most people, well, I should say the most trained people can absorb a maximum of 80 to 90 grams of carbohydrates per hour, which is just over 300 calories, which is about 3 gels per hour. So if you're going to be doing a really, really long endurance activity, like an ultra marathon or something like that, you're going to want to train your body to be able to utilize those carbohydrates, like that amount of carbohydrates. Like the ability to absorb carbohydrates like that is something that you have to train your body to do. And even the most professional athletes, some of the reason why they can perform so well is because they've trained their bodies how to absorb carbohydrates during exercise.
So is that 80 to 90 calories both for men and women?
So it's 80 to 90 grams of carbohydrates.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, that's for men and women. Women will sometimes have, especially close to their period, to menstruation, they're going to have a different sensitivity in how they can absorb carbohydrates. And this is when a lot of women might actually get that nauseated feeling, or like they're going to have to go to the bathroom because they're having a hard time absorbing those carbohydrates as readily. So yes, it is for men and women. It just kind of depends for women what time of month they're on. If you have eat in too many calories or too many carbohydrates and your body's having a hard time absorbing them, this can lead to that gut bomb feeling, or the feeling of being nauseated, or like you have to go to the bathroom. And that's usually from either taking too many carbohydrates of one source or too many in a concentrated period of time. Most gels recommend taking one every 30 minutes. And again, this is because the gel companies know the science of how your body absorbs carbohydrates. So if you're taking them at regular intervals, it's going to help your body maintain that adequate supply of carbohydrates without, you're going to be using your body's carbohydrate storage, but it's going to help you stay on top of that, replacing those carbohydrates. If you don't take enough carbohydrates, this can lead to hitting the wall or bonking, which most people have felt what that feels like. It's really awful. And it's because your body doesn't have carbohydrates anymore for fuel, and so you're trying to switch over to things like fatty acids. And your body doesn't utilize fatty acids very well during aerobic exercise, so that's why it feels so awful, so difficult to keep going. It's just carbohydrates are the best fuel for endurance exercise.
So for me personally, when I am working out, I like to use a combination of whole foods and gels. So anything that's shorter than 3 hours, I could do gels the whole time. But anything that's going to be longer than 3 hours, like I feel like I need more substantial food. And I think that's just because I'm used to getting like a full meal sometime in the day.
Well, and if you're exercising or racing for more than 3 hours, your body is running out of glycogen storage, and that's why you need to eat more. Like you can eat up to 350, 360 calories per hour without overdoing it. That's kind of your body's threshold for the max that you can absorb in an hour. So if you're doing a 9-hour race, your body can't survive on just the glycogen stored in your body. Most people run out of that around in 90 minutes to 2 hours. So it makes sense if you're using whole foods, because it is more substantial. You're getting a higher quantity of carbohydrates so that you can keep fueling your body for long periods of time. So that makes total sense.
The gels we chose to include for the challenge are, so we have Goo vs. Huma, and then we have Spring vs. Unived, we have Untapped vs. Science and Sport, and we have Maurten vs. Muir.
So you'll notice with those we did a whole foods gel versus a maltodextrin based gel. So we were kind of, we did that on purpose to compare and see what we preferred, what our body felt the best, what tasted the best. For round one, we chose to film just outside of Heber, Utah, and we did, it was about a 50-mile route up the Wasatch Wall and then back down. And there's a really cool race going on in 2021 called the Wasatch All Road Gravel, and they have a 35-mile option and a 100-mile option. So we definitely recommend checking out this race if you want a good challenge, lots of climbing, lots of good gravel roads.
Not to mention a killer prize purse of $10,000 split equally between men and women.
So here we go. So our first matchup of the day is going to be the infamous Maurten versus Muir Energy. So Maurten has become really popular and pretty famous in the past few years because it's there's just 5 ingredients in it. It's really simple. And it's a hydrogel, which means your body can absorb the carbohydrates more readily than if it was like a gel or even just a drink mix. This is what Eliud Kipchoge used when he broke 2 hours in the marathon this year. And then there's Muir. Muir is really interesting as well because it's all whole foods based. So when you look at the ingredients, it's like passion fruit, pineapple, banana, Himalayan salt, and the one common thing among all their flavors is that it's molasses based. So basically they're just doing the same thing different ways. Muir is whole foods, Maurten is glucose. So we're gonna see which one's better.
It's like hair gel.
Oh my god.
Why'd you have to say that?
It does.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
First thing we notice, it's very difficult to open. I don't think this would pass the one hand test. It's very sweet. What do you think of the flavor, Ingrid?
I liked the subtle flavor. And actually, like on the bike, that's I like that. After I've been in a ride for a long time, I don't want anything super strong because then it's gross.
Yeah.
Texture-wise, a little too thick.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But yeah.
And the reason for the thickness is so your body absorbs it better.
Maybe so.
But
You get used
it's
to it.
it's a little bit funny, kind of texture-wise in your mouth.
Jello. Yeah.
No, I was about to say it's literally like Jello. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other con of the Maurten is it's very expensive. So one of these guys with caffeine is about $5. So pros and cons.
Now, yes.
Just get this. Whoa! Look at that. It's like a little turd. Wait, sorry.
All right, should we try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Tangy.
Okay.
That's tangy.
Woo!
Yeah. Wake you up. Yeah.
I like this flavor better than Maurten, and I and I thought I didn't like this because I had this on my ride like last week, and I was like, whoa, this is very molassesy, but I think I just like this flavor. The passion fruit.
Passion fruit, pineapple, banana. This stuff is still pretty pricey, but it's only about, I think, $2 or $3 a packet rather than $5. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like it. I definitely like the texture of this one better. And I love that it's more natural. And I love the molasses kind of aftertaste too. And it's tangy. Like, it makes me like salivate a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's so tangy.
Oh yeah, you're
Like you can feel
your
it.
salivary glands are going.
Anyway, but it's good. It's really good. I liked it. Actually, I like that one. I like that one better than the other one, honestly.
Is this a unanimous vote?
Yes.
For
Yeah.
Muir?
Muir.
I
I think it's a unanimous
I
from
thought-
Muir.
This was unexpected for me. I thought the other one would win.
But I wonder, like, as far as the outcome with like the performance of
Yeah.
it. You know, that's the other thing.
Also, pro and con. This you have to drink water with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to drink it with the Maurten. So, there's that pro and con. Okay, our next matchup is going to be between Unived and Spring. We'll start with Unived. Unived is kind of unique. It's going to be a maltodextrin based gel. Basically, it also has a 2-to-1 carbohydrate ratio, so 30 grams of simple carbs, 15 grams of complex. So maltodextrin is considered like the complex carbohydrate. It's got added electrolytes. It has beta alanine, which is basically an amino acid that helps with reducing fatigue. And then it also has sodium bicarbonate, which is probably the only gel that I know of that puts sodium bicarbonate in their products, and that's to help with lactic acid breakdown. And then Spring is a whole foods based gel. This one in particular is their speed nut, so it's actually really high in fat as well as carbohydrates, which is kind of beneficial if you're going to be out on like really long endurance events. So whole foods versus more like maltodextrin based. So we'll see which one we like better.
Wait, I want.
The
Can you
texture
say that? Can you say that
test.
again? Say what did you just say, Elise?
Okay, film that coming out. This is the texture test.
Oh, whoa.
This is the
I-
best texture.
Oh, that looks
Okay,
like
I actually,
smoothie.
but I've tried the, what is it? Spring, I couldn't remember. But I've used Spring, and I love, it has like little chunkies. It's like little rice pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, because rice is one of the main ingredients.
Okay.
So in this one, it's blackberry, raspberry, strawberry, basmati rice, maple syrup, banana, coconut, hazelnuts, cashews. It goes on. And this one also has hemp oil. So
Nice. That sounds great.
yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna
Okay.
want more.
You want some more?
Are
Anybody
you
else?
gonna want more?
You want some more? You got no.
I've got
We're all
plenty.
hungry now.
Okay. Cheers.
Okay, 1,
Cheers.
2, 3.
Oh. That's actually really good.
Yum.
Yeah, it's good.
It's my favorite so far.
It tastes more like real food.
It is.
Yeah, that's really good.
You can taste the cinnamon
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Okay,
I'll
that's
try
my
some
favorite so
ramen.
far. Texture, by far my favorite, because it tastes like real food, and I can taste like the rice and the cinnamon and the cashew.
Yum. Yeah, that's my favorite so far. This one has 250 calories too, so it's like a pretty
Yeah, you can-
hefty gel.
Yeah, and it's not super sugary. Oh, that
we
is
might
like
have to-
honey. Whoa, that's whoa.
Okay.
That is
I'm just
really-
gonna hurry and.
We can all have more too if we want more.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, I want a little more before. Okay.
That's more.
I'm okay.
Weird.
It's like
I don't know what it's like.
it's. I'll tell you this. That one would be the easiest to down during a race
Yep.
because you could just drink that.
Also,
Easy
the
peasy.
one-hand test.
One,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, and
They just rip it open.
I feel like these tabs make it so you're less likely to litter. So I always like when they have those.
Yeah. This one has 190 calories, 45 grams of carbs in this. So, like, you could probably get away with one of these an hour.
The thing is with these gels, like the first one, I definitely want to eat like more towards the beginning of a big ride because A, it's more dense and it has like more real food, like it would sit in your stomach better. And then this tastes sweeter, like you would get more glucose from it later in your ride when you need more sugar.
Yeah.
So, and it's easier to eat. You know, like when you've gone like miles and miles.
Yeah, and you just need carbs in your system.
Yeah.
It actually has a similar taste to the Maurten, like the sweetness level, but a very different texture than Maurten.
So, what do we vote? What do you guys think? If you had to pick one.
I have to go spring.
Yeah.
Spring.
Yeah, I would do spring.
The taste and the texture and everything, like I would be more apt to take it on a good long ride,
Yeah.
like or a good
And look
race.
forward to it.
But
you know.
I would use that in a race.
Okay. They're all good, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, I think taste test wise, let's say spring.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Spring wins.
Spring it is.
Spring's the winner.
Alrighty, so next up on our gel challenge is going to be SIS, Science and Sport, versus Untapped Maple. A little bit of history about these. SIS is, they claim, the only isotonic gel on the market. So basically what that means is you don't have to drink water with it. You can just take the gel and that's all you need to do. With most gels, you have to take water or else your body can't actually absorb the carbohydrates. So that's SIS. We've got a caffeinated one and then one of their isotonic ones. They are a maltodextrin based gel. And then they've also got added electrolytes and things like that. So there's SIS, it's about 90 calories per gel. And then we've got Untapped Maple. Untapped Maple is basically a Whole Foods type of gel. It's going to be just pure organic Vermont maple syrup. That's it. That's what the ingredients say. Except they have some naturally occurring electrolytes as well. So we've got our Whole Foods and our maltodextrin based gel, and we're gonna see which one we like better.
And this flavor is what?
This is their maple syrup flavor. They have a really yummy new salted cocoa one, and my personal favorite, salted raspberry. But we're gonna just do their just their normal original flavor. You wanna try it first?
Sure. Okay, let's see if I can not spill on myself.
A mouthful
That
of
is-
maple syrup.
That really is just pure maple syrup.
One of the really nice things about maple syrup, I mean, obviously it tastes delicious, but the other thing is it's low on the glycemic index scale, so it's not gonna spike your blood sugar the way that like straight sugar would. So that's kind of a nice thing about Untapped.
I actually didn't know that.
Nice, really. Kind of interesting.
So SIS, I've been using these
Yeah, now we'll do SIS.
for 2 years. So I'm really familiar with them. I just buy them in bulk basically every Black Friday.
Elise has some bias here.
I know.
Just kidding. I have never used SIS, so I'm excited to try it. Let's do the Tutti Frutti. Well, it's not the best for the one-hand test, but
I've also these tabs are.
you find these tabs literally everywhere.
Tutti Frutti is very sweet.
Tutti Frutti.
I don't know.
It's yummy. I like that.
And then the caffeine gels have 70 grams of
75
milligrams of caffeine, which
That's a lot of caffeine.
a can of Coke is like 30, so
Yeah.
it always gives me a really good boost when I use the caffeine ones. The thing I love about SIS is it basically tastes like a sports drink, the consistency, but I like having water. I don't like thick gels.
You don't want to
So
like...
I just know that for me, SIS is a product I've used and it works. Untapped is really good, but I haven't tried it enough. So
I think for me, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with SIS over Untapped. Both are good, but I think that SIS just has that one up in that it's isotonic, and they come caffeinated as well if you like that option. So for this round, SIS is the winner. So the last ones for our fourth and final matchup is going to be Huma and Goo. So Huma is another one of our whole foods type gels. Basically, the ingredients in it are raspberries, cane juice, brown rice syrup. So that's how they get their carbs, is just whole foods. It's a chia-based gel, so it actually it has like a thick consistency because of the chia seeds. And then Goo is kind of, everybody knows Goo. It's a maltodextrin based gel. It's gonna have amino acids, sodium, and obviously lots of carbohydrates. So we're gonna see which one we like the best.
Of the squirting. I'm intrigued with that one. I want to hear what you think.
You can have some.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
we ready?
We ready? Okay, come on. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, that's good.
Chia.
Big
Chia. I love it.
Yeah, I
it's
like that.
almost like
The raspberries too.
it's almost like I'm eating an applesauce product.
Yeah.
like a flavored applesauce.
Uh-huh.
Like, what flavor is this?
It has a little bit of a texture to it, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
And then it looked thicker on the spoon, but actually went down really easy.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, I think that's
Sweet.
the
Very
chia.
sweet.
That
Yeah.
gives it that consistency.
good.
I don't feel like I have to water it down afterwards, and I like that it's sweet, but it's not too much. You know, it was actually really good. I like the kind of protein feel of the chia, that it's not like so much sugar, because sometimes I'll eat the goose that have a ton of sugar in them. I'm like, oh, it's like a little too much.
blood sugar just spiked.
Yeah, but this was really good. I liked it. That was really good.
And a little dash of caffeine, right? Mm-hmm. See, I like that. A little bit of caffeine, good texture, and not too sweet.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
25 milligrams of caffeine.
That's a good one.
Just a little bit.
Okay, and then the next one, Ginger Aid.
This is like
This is a
don't
least
know if-
request. I can't do goose.
I've just never.
I don't
I
know.
either, but I've never tried ginger.
I just want to try the ginger
I'm
one.
intrigued.
I know I've never seen this flavor.
Can I just have like a
Oh.
Sorry.
like a little?
How's that? Too much?
Too bad, drink it all.
I think we can all agree the consistency
like-
on goose is not the
And
best.
this is like the color and consistency is a little, you know.
Okay.
We'll see if the flavor is redeeming. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Wow, that is way too sticky.
You can't do good. It's very sticky.
It's really sticky.
Here's the thing: the viscosity of this is just too sticky.
Like I need water immediately. With
Yeah,
that.
it just doesn't go down well. It's just like
sits in your
stuck in. Yeah, it sticks.
Way too
but
sweet. Flavor wise,
I like the
it's
ginger.
very strong ginger. It's like eating a ginger chew.
See, I like that strong
I like
ginger.
I like ginger too, so I'm good with the
I
that
like
flavor.
ginger flavor, but I feel like it could be about half as sweet, and then it would be really good. Like if it
And
was more of a
thinner.
spicy ginger.
And a thinner viscosity.
Yes,
Yes.
because I need water.
Liz about gagged. Okay, so wait, what was the first one again?
Huma.
Huma.
Final vote.
For round 2, we are filming on the beautiful Gooseberry Mesa just outside of St. George. It's actually the plateau above where Red Bull Rampage is filmed, and we had a weekend there and stayed in some yurts called the Gooseberry Yurts. So you'll actually see us in the yurts for the final face-off. So
Here it is.
We're here at Gooseberry Mesa. We just finished a ride, so we're gonna do the spring versus Huma test. They're both like basically real food gels. This
Chia.
is chia based.
And this one is
Like rice.
what's the
and-
main ingredient? Yeah, fruit, rice, maple syrup.
Yeah. So
And this one actually also has speed nut, a nut. I think it's hazelnut, so it's like got some fat in it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which one should we start
Let's start with Huma.
Okay.
Strawberry lemonade.
I feel like I'm gonna like this one better.
Or Annie's biased. She
I
loves
like
the
their packaging better.
branding.
Consistency is it's kind of like
So this
snot.
is the chia. This is the chia based one.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Go. You know, it's good. The texture weirded me out a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the texture. Not gonna lie.
I
Taste is
remember
okay.
the other flavor that we had last week being a little better.
Yeah.
But
The raspberries one.
raspberry,
You know what? This is their natural electrolyte one, and so this one has caffeine and electrolytes. I think the electrolyte source is from coconut water. I wonder if that has anything to do with the texture.
It has sea salt and coconut water and natural caffeine.
Yeah. So this is a really like nice natural alternative to gels.
Yeah, pretty good.
This is
Next,
the berry
this
one.
has 50 milligrams of caffeine and it's 250 calories. That one was 100 calories.
And the reason it's higher in calories is because of the fats in it.
This one, again, I love when it has the little tab
Yeah.
so that you don't litter as easily.
Because everyone
doesn't
hates when
come
you're
off
out
all
on the
the way.
race course and you see gel packets and gel.
Oh,
pieces
see, that
everywhere.
has a better texture already. It's like a smoothie. Like I could make an acai
This
bowl
is
out of
basically a smoothie. These spring. Oh, sorry.
that. That one looks good. I should not judge the
Don't judge
gel
a.
by the package.
Yeah, don't judge a gel by package.
Ready, set.
Go.
Has a hint of peanut butter.
It's
Did
the
you taste
nut.
that?
Yeah, it's got.
Pretty good. I actually really liked
good.
that
The
one.
the other flavor we did, I actually liked a little better. This one's still good. I wonder if it's the caffeine, if that changes the flavor at all.
Tasted like a peanut butter and berry smoothie to me. Like it was actually really good.
Which is literally what it is. Peanuts and berries.
Yeah.
I vote for spring.
Yeah, I liked that one a lot better.
Spring
Texture
wins.
and taste one for me.
And the packaging.
Yeah.
Liked the packaging on the other one. But
And the consistent, yeah, we already said texture, but yeah. It's good stuff right here.
Spring is the winner again.
Woohoo! Well, check out those views behind us. This is where Red Bull Rampage is held.
How'd you say it? Rampage?
Red Bull Rampage.
Here in Utah.
Utah mountains. Here's some Red Bull Rampage for you.
These little white and red mountains going down right here, they just look so cool. Like you just want to run along the edge of that.
In this round, it's supposed to be SIS versus Muir, but the Muir got sold out at the
running store.
The running store where we got everything. So we are declaring SIS the winner because it's very it's isotonic for one. You can find them everywhere.
The consistency and texture is a little easier to get down than the Muir.
Yeah.
And performance-wise, you've used this one a lot.
This is like my go-to. I've been buying these for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So I just love them.
So even though I love Muir a little bit more than SIS, we decided to go with SIS just because the ease of purchase, the consistency, it's just a little bit easier and more effective, we feel like.
Yeah, these are like proven. Like Team Sky uses these, which is like the bike team who wins Tour of France all the time. So that's kind of cool. But yeah.
So
Muir,
SIS is our winner.
Yeah, Muir I would never want to use on a race. Like I would use it
training. I would use it for training, like long training days, but not for like that rapid fire really like accessible energy.
Also, I use the cashew flavor of Muir while I was on a ride doing White Rim. I did not like that flavor, whereas the one we did in the last round, it was...
The raspberry.
Was it raspberry?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I liked that flavor, but that's because I like fruit flavored gels. Like, for example, this is vanilla flavored SIS. I just got this at a race. I'm like... This does not look good to me, but
they have a lot of other flavors.
Yeah,
I use a ton of flavors. Muir has like just a smaller variety of flavors.
Yeah.
And you have to take water with Muir as well, which sometimes it's a little bit hard to choke down a gel and get water in like a race type setting versus SIS. You just take the gel, it's isotonic, you don't have to take water, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, it says it's the only truly isotonic energy gel. So according to them, they're the only gel on the market that's isotonic. There might be others, or maybe in the future there will be others, but as of now it really is the only isotonic one. So that's cool too. So but yeah, so SIS is our winner.
For this round.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've come down to our final two gels, SIS, Science and Sport, and Spring Energy. And to be honest, both of these are extremely awesome, really high quality, high performing gels. I think it just depends if you want more of a whole foods approach or if you want more of like a maltodextrin traditional style gel. What do you guys think?
I think let's try it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let's start with SIS because you're all pour it on because this is your spoon. Oh, that's nice.
All right.
This is a vanilla SIS.
Oh, it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear,
That's
really easy consistency.
I like that.
I don't know what that means in easy consistency.
Looks like hand sanitizer. It's not.
Okay, try it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
You guys want more? There's a
actually
lot, so
really
I'm not gonna try it till you guys.
So the only thing I don't like, there's a little aftertaste.
It's like a kind of sweet aftertaste for sure.
Is it
No.
for? I have never tried this flavor of.
But to be honest, I don't
I
think
like
that
it.
the aftertaste would bother me at all while I'm like in a race or something like that.
It reminds me of vanilla pudding.
Yeah.
Not the consistency,
Tapioca.
just the flavor.
It tastes like tapioca a little bit.
It's also really light. It's like doesn't feel heavy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I give it a good rating. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Well, yeah, this is for our winner, so SIS, obviously you guys know we love SIS.
Good texture, good quality, good taste.
The only downside is like the packaging is kind of heavy. So, like, I don't know. This is kind of like it's almost like aluminum foil's thickness.
Yeah, it's not very like environmentally friendly. It feels like.
I wouldn't say
I don't know. This is a lot of packaging for 87 calories.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a metal, so it's not, it's like metal. It's kind of heavier because it's almost like an aluminum foil.
These
material.
grams
Takes up a lot of
will
space.
slow you down. This is a lot of grams.
The other thing.
If you're a weight weenie, you don't want that.
No, just kidding. Jokes. All jokes.
If you're trying, the hard thing is, I never take more than 4 SIS because they just get they fill up your pockets, and so.
Is this what you did during Lodaja?
I did do some SIS.
So if you did only SIS for like a 200-mile race, you'd have a pocket full of trash.
Yeah.
This is for sure like more compact, I feel like.
But overall, SIS, obviously we love it.
Also, these tabs, I always find them in the laundry. Because I put them in my pocket and then, they always are at the bottom of the laundry. The other thing I'm going to say, there are 3 lines of SIS. There's the isotonic line, there's the electrolyte line, and there's the caffeine line. I do not like the electrolyte line. It's like
I almost bought that one, so.
It's like a weird.
I
don't know. The thing I like about this is it's kind of like a Gatorade in gel form. Like the consistency is almost a sports drink. That's why I love these so much.
And that makes sense if it's isotonic.
Yeah. So that's what I love about these.
Okay, let's try the spring. This one is cannaberry flavored.
Cannaberry. This is my personal favorite flavor of spring.
Okay.
I would eat one of these for dessert.
Spring is so yummy.
So we're just at her house snacking on these.
Yeah, pretty much. Putting them in the freezer.
This looks like a little...
It looks like fry sauce.
Ew. I wasn't going to say that. Smoothie. It's like a smoothie in a little can.
Yeah.
You know what I decided I want for all of these gels? I want them to make 5 gels in a single pack.
What does that mean?
Like you rip them apart kind of
No,
thing?
there's the contents of one, but times 5 in a single one, and then you just eat a little bit, eat a little bit, eat a little bit.
I think EFS has that. They have a
I'll
big...
have to look at that.
Yeah. So a bigger portion that you just stuff back in your
Yeah,
pocket.
I get why they do the 100 calories because it's okay, you take one every 30 minutes, 200 calories an hour. I mean, sometimes people will do 3. I get why they do it.
It could be environmentally friendly if you did it because you could just have your pouch and then refill it.
Yeah. So that would be cool if they had refillable options.
Yeah. I'm always on the search for refillable bike stuff.
Okay, shall we eat it? 1, 2, 3. I love how you can taste the coconut.
And it reminds me of baby food a little bit, but it's actually really good.
If I was a baby, I would eat that food.
There's also little chunks.
Little chunks of rice.
It's like a smoothie texture. It tastes good. I actually really like that flavor. If we're going for taste, I give it a high rating.
What's your high rating?
Maybe a 9.5 out of 10.
Whoa, 9.5 versus 9.
I did like the taste of that one a little bit better for sure.
So, honestly, for me, spring is kind of my go-to.
SIS is my go-to.
But I feel like SIS is a little bit more performance-oriented versus I feel like spring is a little bit more endurance-oriented. I feel like it just depends what you're doing and what you want.
Totally. So what's going to be our winner? This is hard.
What do you vote?
Annie's kind
It's
of
hard
the
to
deciding
say
vote.
Because
And
I
what's
haven't used them in actual performance
What's the-
situations.
What's the prices?
You know what? That's actually a good thing to take into consideration. I don't remember the exact prices. I'm pretty sure this one is $2.35 for one gel. That's kind of pricey. Do you remember the price on the SIS? I feel like it's like $1.99.
I was gonna say $150. Seems like you can. What is it? Like a 6-pack for $12. So yeah,
$2 a piece.
But I always buy like the bulk packs on Black Friday. There, it's usually like 50% off. So that's my. So when for me it's like $1 because I get them on Black Friday. So.
But they're normally like $2 a piece.
Yeah. I think if you take into account,
and also are these found in these are a little harder to find. You'd have to order these online.
They're getting a lot more popular though.
Yeah, these ones are really popular in the biker crowd.
I was gonna say Spring is more popular, I feel like, amongst runners.
Yeah.
And I feel like SIS is more popular amongst cyclists.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with SIS, and the only reason I'm gonna go with SIS is because one time I took too many Springs in a race and had some bowel issues. So I think I'm gonna vote SIS just
fair.
for this round. I guess this is the winning round.
I liked the lightness of that one. Loved the taste of this.
You know
one,
what? The
but
best part
I
of
can
it all
pick
is
that.
you don't have to pick one. You can have all of them.
That's the thing. Like,
Depends on the usage situation, really. Like,
Yeah.
there's
There's no right or wrong
Concrete.
answer.
one
Yeah.
that's the best for everything.
And for some people, it's important to note this has maltodextrin in it, and some people might not. Their stomachs might not do well with maltodextrin. It's a complex carbohydrate. It can be a little bit more difficult to absorb versus Spring is just whole foods. If you have stomach sensitivities, it should be a little bit easier. So we're going to declare SIS our favorite. Spring is just a really close second.
and yeah.
Very close.
SIS has like tons of delicious flavors.
I think that's the other thing. Spring has about 6 to 8 flavors right now. I feel like SIS has like 20.
But you don't want too many flavors, because then how do you choose?
That's the spice of life.
I do.
true.
Yeah.
Variety is the spice.
Yeah.
You just got one of each one and try them all.
Yeah.
After we did all of our tests, we also put the bracket up on our personal Instagram accounts and chose a People's Choice winner just based off of voting in our Instagram stories. So here are the results of that. Our final winner is Untapped.
Untapped has a pretty impressive fan base. They won by a pretty significant margin in the final round against Goo. And we love Untapped. It is a whole foods gel. It's maple syrup, pure, simple maple syrup from a tree, really natural. Most people are not going to have any sort of issues with it because it's an everyday food. And it's a really great source of carbohydrates and low glycemic carbohydrates too, so it won't spike your blood sugar.
And then our runner-up winner is Goo. And Goo, I think the reason Goo performs so well is because that's the gel that everyone knows. It's been on the market for a while. You can find it in a lot of bike shops.
You can find it in
running
Walmart.
stores. Yeah, and it's pretty affordable compared to some of the gels. So
It's super affordable. Like a Goo is about $1 versus one of Maurten's caffeinated gels is like $5. So you can either get 5 bean and cheese burritos from Del Taco or 1 Maurten gel. Or so if price is something that you care about, that is something to think about with Goo. It is really affordable and effective.
totally. And one cool thing we learned about Goo from Instagram is so Karen Jarchow, she's a pro mountain biker that's sponsored by Goo, said that they actually have a new product called Liquid Energy, which is basically just a more liquid version of Goo. So in our test, we didn't like Goo as much just because it's so thick. And so we haven't tried this Liquid Energy gel from Goo, but we would love to try that for sure.
Yeah, I think
So.
that would make Goo more appealing to me because it's just easier to get down. It's kind of hard to choke down a goo gel, but the liquid energy would be a good alternative. As you would expect, every single gel we tried has some different pros and cons, and we did take those into account when we chose our winner. There were 6 different factors that we were considering when we decided to choose which gel we preferred. So these,
and we made this helpful little guide for you.
Yeah, so look at this guide. There are 6 different things. We looked at price, affordability, 1. 2, we looked at the texture. So how did it feel when we ate it? The taste, the ingredients, the frequency of use, number per hour, and packaging or the one-hand test. So was the packaging really bulky? Was it easy to carry? Was it really easy to litter? Or because that's something that we care about. We don't want to leave trash, on the trail. So those are the 6 things that we took into consideration when choosing a winner.
But to be honest, the biggest consideration was taste, just because we couldn't really test all of the other factors since we were trying so many gels. So taste was probably the biggest deciding factor for us.
We reached out to all the gel companies we featured after we shot the footage, and we got some discount codes for you guys for 2 of them. So Unived gave us a 10% off discount code using ENS, and Huma Gel gave us 3 free gels with the discount code Nutrition Show 3 free, and that's good till December 12th.
Hope you liked our video. Comment below what your favorite gel is, or if there's any gels you would have liked to see us include. And also, we're looking to do other brackets in the future, so some bars and some energy drinks and well, not energy drinks. Like carbo drinks. You know what? We can even do energy drinks. We have a dog right here.
Okay, like and subscribe. Tell us what you'd like to see. Bye.
Bye.